Hello and welcome to At Brookings. I'm Gigi Hinton. Financial experts say we have a reason to be hopeful about the state of the economy, and Brookings fellow Douglas Elliott agrees, but offers a word of caution. Then senior fellow Audrey Singer talks about the need for immigration legislation reform. And the man on the street talks about a different kind of legislative reform, health care. We'll have all that next at Brookings.
This is At Brookings, a review of news and events for the week of July 20th, 2009.
There's been some good news about the economy, but fellow Douglas Elliott says we should exercise a bit of cautious optimism when talking about the economic outlook.
I've been pushing a concept of cautious optimism. There really are positive signs that things are stabilizing, but it's very important not to overread what we see. Most of the positive signs are forward-looking or are just showing that we stopped dropping like a rock and we're approaching a bottom. There's still the chance that things could turn out to be substantially uglier. Even if they stabilize as I think they will, the stability will be some things going pretty well, but there's still being massive losses on credit cards, commercial real estate. The banks are going to lose a lot of money on their old loans, while making a lot of money on new business they're doing, investment banking, things like that. So that's the kind of balance. It'll still be some time before we reach a really positive environment.
What do I think of the President's proposal for health care reform? Well, I think that expanding to universal coverage, or as close as we can get to that, is very important.
I think it's a good idea that those who are do not have health care, that they have an opportunity to get the health care.
I believe the solution to the health care problem is to go single payer. I don't see that there would be any other options.
I feel that there's going to be some private, some government involvement, and I don't think it's overly involved from the government.
And that's what I think.
Immigration reform is a complicated issue. Senior fellow Audrey Singer says state and local governments are looking towards federal legislation to help sort it out.
This is a group that represents the failure of a lot of our policies, but it also represents challenges to our country and our communities and our neighborhoods in ways that we haven't seen before. And one of those big challenges is that immigrants used to settle in just a handful of cities, big metropolitan areas, mostly, on the East Coast or the West Coast. And now immigrants in the last 10 years or so have dispersed to many, many new areas across the country. So there are a lot of communities that are now dealing with immigrants and immigration in a way that they didn't have to before. So we have a situation now where a lot of local communities, cities, counties, suburbs, rural areas have seen changes in their communities and are looking for ways to either accommodate or manage immigrants on the ground.
At Brookings is produced by the Brookings Institution. To learn more about the issues discussed on At Brookings, visit our website at brookings.edu.